years, I've seen it become more and more artificial. Go down the Middle Fork and I see boom boxes and satellite-driven televisions and cell phones and watches and GPS units. And it struck me that I have to take a fire pan, I have to take a strainer, I have to take a toilet. How about a list of things you can't take? You know, this ruins the whole ambiance of it. I believe in psychological wilderness as well as a physical wilderness. You ought to be going out there for reasons of the spirit and reasons of the mind, not just to be so many miles from somebody else. And I think in the future we're going to have to manage that, or our wilderness areas, our primitive areas, are going to be parks.
This is death, you know, the instinct that steers the salmon out of the ocean and drives her upstream to a gravel bar where she wiggles a nest for her red. Having done what she could not dream, she turns crone, withers, anchor eel-like among river bed stone, sets her lower jaw, fish-teeth gnawing water. She's too weak to breathe. And her row waits for some jack to roll the dice, to set in motion a living paw smote, the last good luck for which her death is hope. In July of 2008, poet William Studebaker died in a kayaking accident. This may seem a bit after the fact now, but I only just discovered this myself. As far as most people are concerned, he was the official poet of Idaho, a devoted outdoorsman who wrote about the natural world with truly beautiful poetry. In 2002, back in my teens, I had Studebaker as a teacher for the Wittenberger summer class in Boise. There were 3 teachers in total, one covering prose, one covering nonfiction, and Studebaker covering poetry. I've never considered myself a poet, but Studebaker enlightened me to the actual art of it, the seemingly random flow of style, of sentence structure and word usage. The form of the poem forms around the subject, not the other way around. I hold the whole Wittenberger experience very dear, and I'm saddened by the loss of such a great artist. It's odd that I discover of his death at this time. I recently made some videos about a particular fictional character's unreal ideals concerning the natural world, and while I stand by what I've said, I realize I can sometimes come off as a snot when it comes to the subject. But truth is, the beauty of the natural world does not escape me, and some of my favorite memories include camping trips, hikes into the mountains, and riding horses across the hills of Idaho. While I stress we not go overboard and enter the realm of fantasy, nature is something to admire and something to protect. Studebaker knew this better than most people. I'll miss you, William Studebaker. Every day I shave my beard and dump the ashes on the ground where I'd be buried if that were the death of me. I take off where a woman puts a face on. I'm smooth and round beneath a hand. I press my cheek to yours, offering a peach, ripe and sunshine warm, not a box or a bushel or enough to can, but fresh for your lips to pick.